Welcome to another show of the Balking Dead. I'm still your host, Sharpie's Bets, and this show is still sponsored by Prize Picks. So if you haven't already, please go over there and use promo code PUBSPORTS. Why? Because if you use our promo code, you get a $100 match deposit, up to $100. So do us a favor, do you a favor, and use that fucking promo code. If you haven't already, smash the fucking like on the way in here like I smashed BBWs. It is the weekend, so you know we got to get some plus tree fitty. So if you're in Twitter world, this video will end shortly. Click the link, come in, come join. Let me know what you're on because I'm going to tell you what I'm on, and we're going to put some money in our pockets. So shout out to the chat. I see you, AOD, and let's get to it. Quick little recap of yesterday. We went 3-0 on our prize picks. Blake Snell things, guys. At the end of the day, he owns the fucking Dodgers. So he went out and did the goddamn thing. Got us over fantasy score. Then we took Acuna's fantasy score. That guy did what? He fucking every time off the IL, he just blows up and just 2-3 hits a game. So we just raked off of him again coming back off the IL. And he did what? Cleaned up for us once again. And then we took Gray's K-prop. He had 6 strikeouts through 4, and I think he ended up with 6. But who cares because he cashed for us. But nice and easy there. Eh? Don't have to take it out by the river and beat you over the head with a case of Labatt Blue, eh? So, yeah. Did all right on Prize Picks 3-0. Then we did props. We smoked the board on props yesterday. I gave out a 3-pick in-game prop parlay. I was on it, got pushed down to a 2-game because Contreras was rolled out. By the time I bet it already, I bet it before the show, and some of you guys in the chat did let me know he was out. So ended up being dropped down to a 2-pick, still cashed, hit the 2 hits, runs, RBIs with Acuna, and we hit the over 1.5 with a bomb ski from Riley to start the game. So that was easy peasy. Then we took Gray over 5.5 at -130, and we did what? Bam! We fucking cashed again. Then we had another prop we bet, guys, but I'm so fucking baked. I can't really pull it up right now because that's what happens when Sharpie gets ripped tits like the fucking animal that he is. But I didn't fucking lose a prop yesterday. I'll tell you that goddamn much. Well, 'twas a good day for the show. It wasn't a good day for the rest of my betting. So at least the show was eating, baby. And let's keep the fucking show fucking eating. Now the chat is rolling. Roger that. James, Animal X, or Animal Luxury, huh? Woo, what kind of luxury you got? How do I track the money? What website can I use to check where the money is going? Turn into Jimmy the Bag. He pays for Sports Insight, and he pays about $100 a month for that, guys. And he will give you the lines on the shows that he does in the morning. But I don't trust no site that you're not paying for, and the amount that he's paying for, enough people believe in that site that it trusts you. If I follow the money, I've realized that tends to fuck with my capping, and at the end of the day, I've got to trust my work, and that's my answer to that. So we got 4 games to talk about today. It is a Saturday. I appreciate every fucking one of you showing up. I know there's better things to do than to hang out with the old Sharpie, but we got money to make, so I appreciate it. We also got UFC pay-per-fucking-view. Yes. So let's get into it. Lots to talk about. Brewers and Pirates are going to be the first game up. Aaron Ashby versus Bryce Wilson. Ashby's 1-5 with a 4.26 ERA with 67 strikeouts in 55 innings. He has not pitched since June 16th due to forearm inflammation. He did throw a bullpen session on Wednesday, and he wasn't concerned when he went on the IL of anything, and threw a bullpen Wednesday, and he's ready to fucking go. He did allow 14 runs in 15 innings in his last 3 games before heading to the IL, so that is a little worrisome. On April 27th, he faced these Pirates. He went 5.2 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned runs with 5 walks and 6 strikeouts. Damn. If he wasn't coming off the IL, guys, if he wasn't coming off the IL, would this be a goddamn ladder spot? These Pirates are pick-on-a-bowl versus lefties, and especially lefties with the type of shit Aaron Ashby has. They are only walking at a 5.9%. Garbage. League average is 8.5. They're striking out 30.2% of the time right now, second in the league with a 197 average, 629 OPS. That is 27th each way you look at it. Bullshit garbage, guys. They have been trashed. They do have an ISO of 177, so they will hit a home run every now and again off of a lefty. So, if Aaron Ashby didn't allow 14 runs through 15 fucking innings before he went to the IL and not coming off of the IL, I would be hammering the goddamn shit out of this man. I believe his K prop is at 5.5 at plus money right now. Good fucking God, should he get 5.5. Even on a pitch count, guys, but I can't tell you to go put your hard-earned money on a guy that should be on a pitch count. But I thought fucking Woodruff was going to be on a pitch count, and they let Woodruff fucking go, and he did the damn thing. If they let Ashby go today, guys, this is the spot where he could have 6 to 12 strikeouts. I just can't bet ifs. If my aunt was an uncle guy, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. So that shit just don't work in this household. So we don't bet ifs. Bryce Wilson, not Bryce Harper. They're not offering him on a prize picks. They have him at a straight 5. They don't have his fantasy score. Bryce Wilson is 0-4 with a 8.29 ERA in 9 games with a 1.84 whip. Good fucking God Almighty! That's almost 2 people on per fucking inning. What the fuck is going on around here? So, let's talk about this bum. He has an ERA of 19. That's a 1-9, guys, in the first inning. He has an ERA of 15 in the second inning and a cool, calm, collective 5 in the third. But if he gets out the third, he's just cruise control. Y'all gotta be fucking kidding me, guys. The only thing why I'm not going to tell you why I'm on every which fucking Brewer and hitting-wise is this motherfucker likes to pitch good against the Brewers. Now, can he get destroyed versus a team that's fucking walking at 10.4%, striking out only 22.5% with a 263 average and an 865 OPS? That is 5th average, 1st OPS, and a whopping ISO of 248, guys. Williams has allowed 3, 6, 7, and 7 in his last 4 starts. Damn. He did pitch versus Milwaukee April 27th. He went 4 innings with 1 hit, 0 earned runs, and 4 Ks. Okay. Well, he pitched 2 games versus Milwaukee last year, and it was within a 10-day period. The 10th day, they got him. So pretty much within almost a back-to-back. The second time, they fucking got him. You should as an MLB team. But the first time, they didn't get him. He went 5 innings and only 1 earned run. So, damn, do I think he gets destroyed today? Fuck, yes, I do. But there's something in my gut that says, man, he pitches well versus these Brewers. So I'm going to stay off of every which bat. If you want all the Brewers bats, go fucking ahead. I can't tell you why. I can't tell you not. I'm just seeing Bryce Williams, for some reason, likes to pitch against these Brewers. And I wouldn't be surprised if he goes out and has a fucking game. The numbers are drastically different, though, from the Brewers on 4/27th when he's facing them now. They were only hitting 222 the last time they faced them. They're now hitting 263. Their OPS was 621 back in April, and now it's 865. So Bryce Williams should get destroyed. If I knew Aaron Ashby was on, I'd be taking the Brewers -0.5 first inning, but that's, again, trusting a guy who's given up 14 runs in 15 fucking innings his last 3 games out before hitting the IL. So it is what it is. I'm going to have to just pass on some props there. I will add Aaron Ashby to a combined K prop I'm going to do later on when I add 2 pitchers together to get to what I need. I'm just worried about the IL personally, but can't hate anybody looking at it. I wouldn't be surprised if that fuck has fucking 12, like I said. Like, this team is just looking to strike out to elite lefties, and if Aaron Ashby is anywhere near the zone today, no fuck me running. He can strike. He can strike out the side a few times. They're that bad versus elite lefties, guys. Next game, White Sox at Giants. Dylan Cease and Logan Webb. Dylan Cease is 6-3 with a 2.56 ERA, 121 strikeouts in 81 innings. He only got hit hard 2 times since May 1st, Red Sox and Doyers. Well, that comes back to what me and Noli were talking about last week on the Sunday edition, and that comes back to if the Giants tend to hit you, the Dodgers tend to hit you, and vice versa. We are two of the top teams over the last few years in hitting right-handed pitchers who throw 95 miles per hour and above. That's Dylan Cease right here, guys. And what did the Dodgers? The Dodgers got to him. The Dodgers did strike out versus him, but the Dodgers put up 4 runs off of it. So I can see an exact type replica game. I put the Dodgers numbers next to the Giants numbers when he faced the Dodgers. The Giants are walking 10.1% of the time, where the Dodgers were only walking 7.5%. The Dodgers were only striking out 20%, where the Giants are striking out almost 25%. They have the same average, same OPS, same ISO. They're at a 235 average, 742 OPS, and a 182 ISO. So what this all tells to me in the story and the game script of what C has done is his K prop is 8+ and plus 120, 7.5 on Prize Picks, and his fantasy score is at 38.5. I think he gets 8 strikeouts, guys. It's 8+ and plus 120. Have I bet it? Not personally, but I think he has 8 strikeouts, but I think he gives up 3 to 4 runs. There's too much volatility in there for me to be betting his K prop, but I would not be surprised if this man goes out there and gets it. On the other side of this game, though, Logan Webb, 7-2 with a 3.04 ERA in 15 games. He does have a home 2.4 ERA and a road 3.77. 8 of his last 9 games have been 3 earned runs or less, with 6 quality starts in those 9 games. He's had 5 games versus the American League since last year, not giving up more than 3 earned runs in any game, with giving up 1 earned run or less in 3 of those games. He's hit over 6 strikeouts in 3 of those games. So no, 3 of the 5 games. So that's a 60%. And he's hit 5 strikeouts in 4 of the 5 games versus the American League since last year, and that's an 80%. How are these guys then over the last 15 days? Well, they're not fucking walking, 6.4%. They're striking out middle of the pack, 22.8. They're 7th average, 7th and 24th OPS with an ISO of 111. So they're getting on base, they're not hitting for power, and they're not scoring runs. We're getting Logan Webb pitching at home where he's super comfortable at. We're getting Logan Webb versus an American League team, which means they haven't seen him, guys, and that's big advantage pitcher, at least the first time through the lineup. I thought his K prop was going to be at 5.5, and that's why I'm taking it today at 4.5. It is at a -114 to get 5 strikeouts. I've got this guy getting 6, guys, at least. So I thought the line was off, and this is where I'm going to attack it. His fantasy score is at 35.5, and on Prize Picks this morning they had him at a 5.5. And I was talking to my buddy and was telling him, nah, bro, that 5.5 is way off. Like, I bet the 5 at -114, and they dropped it to a 5 eventually. So if you would have got on it early, you could have beat the line there. Then we get into no-run first inning. It's at a -145 in this game, where the White Sox pin is 20th over the last 30 days with a 4.13, and the Giants pin is 17th with a 3.99. Nothing home to write home about. I'm not scared of any one of these bullpens. The White Sox don't even have their fucking closer right now. And that's where we get into the prop I'm going to bet. I'm going to split up this prop between 2+ bases as a +104, and I'm going to split it up with this home run at +400. If you guys watch this show, you probably know what fucking batter I'm talking about, because the jersey's up on the motherfucking wall, man. Jock fucking Peterson, guys, here at fucking Y. At the end of the day, 15 of his 17 home runs are versus right-handed pitchers. This guy was a platoon player versus the Dodgers. We wouldn't even let him hit versus lefties. He just hits versus righties. Well, on the Giants, they let him do both. He hits 255 versus lefties compared to a 274. His slugging jumps from a 519 to a 583 versus righty, and his OPS goes from an 805 to a 937. Once again, 15 of his 17 bombs are from right-handed pitchers. So I'm going to take his home run prop at +400, and I'm going to split it with his 2+ bases as at +104. This guy loves him some fastballs. He loves him fucking – it's Big Jock, bro. It's Big Jock. He has a violent swing. He probably will strike out 2 times, but the one time he gets it, it's going to go. Giant Stadium during the day, guys. It's not night. Ball travels a whole lot differently when we're during the day. So shout out to the fucking chat. Y'all fucking rock. Y'all getting deep up in here. I see you. You guys are the fucking real fucking deal. 37 37 lives, 22 likes, 22. We need more than 22. Smash the fucking like button. Pew, 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 pew. Don't be number one bullshit guy. So, shout out to you all. I see y'all deep up in here. My guy fucking Crop. Let's get to it. So, what? Preston, my guy, let's do it. Big day, Preston, big day. Next game up, Braves and Reds. Now, am I an underbetter? No. But I told you guys yesterday on the show about Max Fried. And Max Fried did exactly what I fucking thought he was going to do. Lots of base runners, lots of double plays, not a lot of strikeouts. Still a good game. At the end of the day. Now let's talk about Spencer Strider and Tyler Mahle. Spencer Strider's 3-2 with a 3.02 ERA, 79 strikeouts in 53.2 innings. Mustache fucking man. Two-pitch pitcher himself. He has started the last 6 games after being used out the pen in the beginning of the year. He has 42 strikeouts in 29.1 innings as a starter. His last 2 games were versus the Giants and the Dodgers. And I just talked about how if one hits you, the other tends to get you. Well, he shut down those fucking Dodgers, guys. So Spencer Strider got hit by the Giants, shut down the Dodgers on a back-to-back versus that team. So how are these Cincinnati Reds? They're walking 29th in the league right now, 5.3%. 22.5 strikeout percentage, middle of the pack. They're 9th average, 19th OPS with a 119 ISO, so 253 average with a 680 OPS. Spencer Strider pitched versus this team out the bullpen earlier this year to start the year in the very first game. He went 2 innings with 5 strikeouts. Yes, the Reds are hitting a whole lot differently right now, but 6.5 this morning was at, to get 7 strikeouts, 6.5 was at a -130, and it's at 6.5 on Price Picks, and his fantasy score is at 38.5. I'm going to be on that 6.5 on Price Picks. I can't bet it on my book at -130. It was a -167, but I will be on it on Price Picks. Spencer Strider, to me today, has 7 strikeouts in his sleep. He is nasty, guys. There are certain times to bet on him and certain times not. This team is walking 5% of the time right now, and this is where we're going to pick on him, on a guy who has an elite slider and a 98-plus fastball. Yeah, Spencer Strider, get these guys fishing out the zone. Please and thank you. The other prop, though, I'm on in this game is Ronald Acuna. Very, very small sample size, but we'll get to that after we talk about Mahle. Ha! Tyler Mahle, 3-6 with a 4.53 ERA in 16 games with 97 strikeouts and 87 innings. He does have a home 5.13 and a road of 3.83 ERA. Excuse me. 6 straight games going 6+ innings with 5 quality starts. He opened the year versus the Braves in Atlanta, 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs with 7 strikeouts. He's played versus them one time last year in Cincinnati, 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs with 7 strikeouts. Once again, he likes that 7 number. Now let's get into the last 15 days. They're walking 5.6% of the time, 27th in the league. They're striking out 25.4% of the time, 5th in the league, 15th average, 19th OPS with an absurd ISO of 204. Well, Acuna wasn't there for most of that time, so let's look at the 15 days prior to that. They were not walking 7.8% of the time, but better than what they were now. Striking out 21.3% of the time with a 282 average and an 844 OPS, and that's exactly what I expect to see today versus Mahle. Now, will Mahle have his strikeouts? Probably, but the volatility involved in his strikeouts today, holy motherfucking of God. He can give up 4 runs, 5 runs today. This team with Acuna in the lineup is a goddamn hitting machine. And then we get into the bullpens, where Braves have the 4th, 3.19, and the Reds have the 30th. They just give up any goddamn lead they can give, and I expect them to give up more after Mahle does. Even though I expect Mahle to go 6 innings, he should have his 7 strikeouts, which is at +100. It's at 6.5 on Price Picks, and his fantasy score is at 25.5. That 25.5 is telling you he's giving up some runs, guys, and I expect him to too. It's a shitty-ass ballpark. He has a 5 ERA in this ballpark, and this team loves themselves some right-handed pitching. So give me some Ronald Acuna over 2+ bases, -126, please and thank you. Very small sample size versus him, 2 out of 3. But in those 2 hits, it is a double and a home run. He's going to have 3 at-bats versus Malley, and then he's going to have a couple more, at least 2 at-bats versus these shitty-ass bullpen. Do we have to worry about him not playing the 7th inning on? We might, but he should have that over 1.5 in the first 2 at-bats. So give me Ronald Acuna, please and thank you. Yes. Last game of the day, guys, last game of the day. And been pretty spot on in this game, just not on pitching props because I don't fucking sucking ass lately betting all but on betting on the under on this series. Dodgers and Padres, guys, it's been a dead under the first 2 games, and at least I was able to salvage some money that way. Padres and Dodgers is Hugh Darvish versus Tyler Anderson tonight. Woo! Hugh Darvish is 7-3 with a 3.26 ERA in 14 games. He has gone 6+ innings in 12 of 14 games this year. Facing the Dodgers in San Diego, April 23rd, 6 innings, 1 hit, 0 earned runs with 3 walks and 7 strikeouts. He does have a home 1.7 ERA and a road of 4.93. He's usually a fade on the road, guys. He loves comfortability. He loves pitching in the Padre Stadium on that bump. Well, let's talk about comfortability then, because he had an elite game in Chicago where he once pitched at. Went 8 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run with 8 strikeouts, I believe, or 7, depending on that game. And then he's now coming back to Dodger Stadium where he pitched at, and I expect him to still be comfortable. I don't expect that road ERA to flourish up today. I expect this guy to do what he's done in the past versus this team, and that is been solid, guys. At the end of the day, they've been fucking solid. He played Dodgers 5 times last year, going 2-3 with a 2.7 ERA and nothing less than 6 strikeouts. 5 games last year, 1 game this year, all over 6 strikeouts, and they put his K prop at 6+ at -160, 5.5 on Prize Picks, and his fantasy scores at 31.5. If I can get a -150 on that 6+, I'm going to put my dick in the bookie's fucking eye hole right there, guys. -160, it's at -167 on my book. It's at -160 on mybookie.ag. But that's just a little too juicy for my liking at the end of the day, guys. But if your book's giving you a -150, he has 6 and 6 fucking starts versus these guys. Like, well, what the fuck? Well, let's talk about how these fucking Dodgers are hitting. They're walking 7.6%, striking out 23.6% with a 279 average, 831 OPS, and a 219 ISO. First, second. They're crushing righties, guys. I get it. This is a scary spot to be looking at Darvish. But no, it's not. Darvish pitched versus these guys April 23rd, and they were actually walking 5% more at the time. They were striking out 3% less at the time, and they had the same average OPS. He's faced this team with better numbers. He's already faced them numerous of times. He feels really good. This is a Darvish spot, guys. His fantasy scores of 31.5, and he's going up against Tyler Anderson. Tyler Anderson is 8-1 with a 3.23 ERA in 14 games. He's been solid all year, but 3 of his last 4 games have not been so solid. White Sox, who are hitting lefties like they did last year. Cincinnati, look what they just did to Fried. They were getting on base left and right, guys. They can hit lefties. And the Rockies in Colorado. Double fucking whammy. Colorado loves them some lefties. And you're in Colorado. So let's get to it. Let's look at these Padres numbers. Well, over the last 15 days, they're only walking 6.8%, 21st in the league, striking out 18.6, which is really good, 23rd in the league. 250 average, 17th, 696 OPS, 18th, and an ISO of only 132. So all those numbers say, oh, man, those are fucking ugly, blah, 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 blah. Well, Anderson pitched versus the Padres April 23rd also, went 4.2 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Well, all these numbers over the last 15 days, the majority of them are without Machado in the lineup. This team with Machado in the lineup versus lefties was a top 5 team all year long, and that's exactly where I'm going to think they're at. So, Padres with Machado in the lineup is a different team. They gave him the night off yesterday on purpose, guys. He will be in the lineup again today. So they have Anderson's K prop 5+ at plus 104, 4.5 on Prize Picks, and his fantasy scores at 30.5. No run first inning is at a minus 130, and both have top 10 bullpens over the last 30 days, where Padres are at a 3.56 ERA and Dodgers are at a 3.22 ERA. I do not believe Craig Kimbrell is available today for the Dodgers. He may be, but I doubt they use him 3 games in a row. He has pitched back-to-backs. And shout out to Craig Kimbrell now with that's three clean innings in a row. My God, are you figuring it out? Man. So, yeah, I definitely don't think Kimbrell's available today, but Rogers is on the other side. Eric Hosmer, guys, he's batting .353 and 17 at-bats, 17 plate appearances versus Anderson. 2 walks, only 1 strikeout and 17 plate appearances. I love the only 1 strikeout and 2 walks, so you're looking to swing the bat. Well, 3 of those 6 hits is 2 doubles and a home run, and they put his 2+ bases at plus 140. There's too much value in that there, but I'm not a big Hosmer guy myself, but don't hate anybody looking at that. Like, he has really good numbers off this guy, and he hits them for power, so don't hate nobody there. What I have to run, and it's like almost like a religious experiment that I have to do, and it's been profitable all fucking year. Manny Machado versus a lefty, guys. Even though he has bad numbers versus Anderson, he has a violent swing, and he is swinging for the fucking fences. Anderson, he is only batting 215 at bats, guys. So doesn't see Anderson well, but to me, that's okay. I think he gets him today. At the end of the day, it's baseball, and if you miss to Manny Machado, you will be punished. His 2+ bases is at minus 114, and I did bet that. Versus lefties, he's only batting .292 compared to .337 versus righties. It's where his slugging and OPS gets better. His slugging is .615 versus lefties compared to a .518 versus righties, and his OPS is .688 compared to a .923. All of his power numbers is from lefties, even though his right-handed power numbers are just as good. So I'm expecting Manny Machado to get a little get back on his old team today, guys, and it is what it is. Life's a bitch, then you marry one, and it's a 162-game season, and I can't leave Dodgers every time. So, yeah, shout out to you guys, and let's talk about some fucking Prize Picks, because we got some other shit to talk about after the Prize Picks. So, I got to take Spencer Strider 6.5, guys. My book is giving him at minus 167. This guy is phenomenal, and the Reds are just not walking. 29th in the league, 5.3%. If you're not going to take your walks, you're going to swing outside the zone, you're in some trouble. And Spencer Strider is a 2-pitch pitcher, but he's an elite 2-pitch pitcher. So, yeah, let's get on the Spencer Strider train. Hugh Darvish, 31.5. He just pitches well versus this team. He's coming back into Dodger Stadium where he is comfortable at. I do know his ERA is worse on the road, but it's a comfortability thing why he pitches well at home, and I believe he's comfortable at home too. Unless it's versus the Astros in Game 7. Oh, you motherfucker. I was there. Oh, you motherfucker. All right, let it go. But I think his fantasy score is too low for a guy who's gone 6 innings, 12 of 14 games, and has 6+ strikeouts in all 5 games versus the Dodgers, and an ERA of under 2.5 in his last 5 games combined versus the Dodgers. So this guy should go 6 innings, 2 earned runs or less with 6+ strikeouts. That easily gets us over 31.5. And then on the other hand, Tyler Anderson. I don't think he goes 17.5 innings. I thought I wanted to take his fantasy score under and whatnot and fade him that way. But no, you're telling me this guy goes 6 innings today versus a team that smashes lefties, and there's a few guys in this lineup who do see him well? Okay. No, thank you. Well, on the other hand, Manny Machado versus a lefty, and he's going to take you out this game. So he's going to be the reason his 3rd time at bat, they're going to be like, no, we're not letting you go up versus Manny Machado, and he ain't getting to the 6th inning. So watch it happen, guys. Watch it. So let's get it. And there was a prop I didn't bring up real quick. Trey Turner versus Darvish. He hits righties better than lefties, and he's 5 for 11 with 3 extra base hits, 2 doubles, and a home run. His 2+ bases is at -114, and 11 out of 14 games in the month of June, the games where he's got a hit, he has at least 2+ bases. That is at -114. If you are looking at Trey Turner bases, just go play a stolen base prop and thank me later, okay? If he gets on base, he's stealing a fucking base. This is a playoff type game, playoff type atmosphere, and thank me. So yeah, let's get to it. Want to talk UFC real quick. We got UFC pay-per-view coming on tonight with the fucking crew. You know I'm going to jump on for an hour, take more dabs and bong loads than most people smoke in a day. So we got UFC Strike. It's a new fucking thing, new sponsorship to Pub Sports Radio, guys. Don't be a fucking old head. Start getting in with the new heads, guys. NFTs is really where it's at, okay? So UFC Strike is a NFT that's now paired with UFC, and you can buy your favorite UFC moments and start collecting and trading, and they will start going up in money, guys. Get in while the getting's good and sign up. Hit the fucking link right there and tune in later on to the UFC stream where they will be giving out ones in the stream. We got big things coming on Pub Sports, guys. Tune in, have a blessed fucking day, and go on over to Prize Picks if you haven't. Use promo code PubSports. Why? Your first promo code up to $100. They got you. So do us a favor, do you a favor, and yeah, till next time, let's fuck the bookies in the eye hole and make us some money.